I have a question for you. Why do you see some traders that consistently grow while you see others that crash and burn? Despite having access to the same tools, the same strategies, and even the same indicators, the difference is in talent, and there's no secret indicator that someone else is using. It's faithfulness. You see, markets don't just test your technical skills, they actually test your character. And in a world right now obsessed with fast money and instant gratification, the faithful traders, the one who are grounded in truth, those are the people that stand out in their faith. And it's not because they're perfect, it's because they're consistent in what truly matters in their lives. If you've been chasing success but keep hitting walls, it's not your setup that's the problem. It's how your foundation was built whenever you started thinking of becoming a day trader. And today, we're going to rebuild your foundation on something that's eternal in the Word of God. 1 Corinthians 4:7 says, "For who makes you different from anyone else? What do you have that you did not receive?" Think about this. Every skill, every edge, every dollar that you've ever made in the market, that's actually all a gift. What's dangerous in trading is thinking that you're the source of your success. And the pride begins to grow when you start stacking up wins. But you forget who gave you the wisdom, the timing, and the peace under the pressure. Faithful traders recognize that they're stewards and not owners, just like the parable of the talents, where one owner gave a different amount to three servants. One who gave him 10 talents flipped that and gave him another 10. One who was given 5 gave the dude another 5. And the one who was given 1 talent chose to hide it. And he was the one who got blasphemed, even though he only was given 1. Humility becomes their armor. And while others lose their mind after a losing streak, they still choose to stay grounded, knowing that a candlestick is not going to define what gains or loses in their value. Case in point, there's this trader that is called the King of Gold. He puts like lot sizes like around 250 or 300 and makes hundreds of thousands just by staying disciplined and recognizing that he just needed to take every trade like a responsibility and not a reward. That's the fruit of humility. That is the posture that God blesses. Even Isaiah 37:30 gives us this powerful symbol. I'm going to show it to you. "This year you will eat what grows by itself, and the second year what springs from that. But in the third year sow and reap, plant vineyards, and eat their fruit." In other words, this just confirms that there are seasons. Some traders, yes, they're faithful, but they're also frustrated. They're wondering why their grind isn't producing fruit yet. Don't worry, I've been there. But maybe you're just not in your harvest season yet. Maybe you're still in the season where God is preparing your roots. If you try to force results before their time, you're just going to self-sabotage. God's blueprint includes restraint and patience, just like trading. The world can tell you, go hard now, go all in, full port. But the Spirit says, know your season. That's the difference. How about you start taking time to be still and learn to ask God, hey, God, what season am I in? Then trade accordingly. Because just like planting, if you sow during famine or reap before growth, you're going to miss your blessing before you even know it. We even read this in Psalm 73:26, and it says, "My flesh and my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever." This verse is not just poetic, it's surgical for a trader's soul. I get it, there are days when the charts just make no sense, just like how in the recent few days, price action was just horrible because of what Trump did during the pause. Also, when your setups fail, when the pressure just feels unbearable, you just don't want to handle this anymore. You think you're not up for it. And in those moments, honestly, your willpower is not enough. Faithful traders, they're not sustained by hype. They're not sustained by hustle. They're not sustained by putting paintings on their wall with their Monopoly bags and just thinking that just by looking at this, they can be motivated enough. I mean, that's degenerate. They are sustained by divine strength in Him. Even when they're weak, even when they sin, they keep showing up. No excuses, no complaints. And it's not to prove themselves because they're not perfect, but their faith is in something higher than the market. And that's the secret. When your faith is in God, you stop needing to be in control of every tick and every trend. You know market structure, you know daily bias, you understand the power of 3, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. You understand your strategy set in place and how you execute and how you wait. By doing all this, you have more ease to learn to trust the provider than to trust the potential profit you're going to make. And at the end of the day, the market is ruthless. It's like going into the ring with a bull and then you're bare naked and then the bull just comes charging towards you and you expect not to get hurt, but you're going to get destroyed. Trust me. So you need to learn how to evade the bull or tame it. You weren't called to be like the world. You were called to trust and to endure the divine purpose that he sets you on this planet for. It could be trading or it could be anything else you can imagine possible. If you're passionate about it and if you love it so much that even when you're hurt, you still choose to keep going, that's when God roots for you. He's not against you, he is with you. Remember this. Faithfulness is slow, is quiet, and sometimes it's just unseen. But it builds a foundation, a divine foundation that cannot be shaken. So I leave you with this. What area of your trading life have you actually been trying to control with your own strength? What would it actually look like to surrender and let God take the lead for once? Because in the end, the traders who win with God, they win for eternity. So I love you. You stay blessed and let him take care of your spirit. Ciao.